Hello, my beautiful girls. I am so excited that you're here today. I am here to help you get out of your rut. If you're feeling stuck, if you're feeling depressed, unmotivated, and you're just feeling stuck in life, like you cannot go forward, I'm here to help you. I've been there multiple times. Trust me, I know how it feels, and I have 4 very helpful tips that are going to get you out of it. So everyone that is watching live right now, welcome. I'm so excited that you're here, and I am going to take all of your questions at the end. First, I'm going to share these tips with you guys. So I have had this question so much on all of the live streams that you're feeling like you're in a rut, just kind of at rock bottom, and you need some help getting up. So first, I want to tell you that I know how that feels, and I can relate to that. I remember in my own life feeling like I could not get out of bed, feeling like I had no drive in my career, feeling like I did not want to spend any time with family and friends. I know what that's like, and I'm here for you with some big sis advice. There is that quote that says, "Time heals all wounds." I do not agree with that. I believe that the decision to heal heals all wounds. So these 4 tips are your decision to heal, to get you out of that rut. I am here for you. Let's go ahead and get started. So, tip number 1, the very first thing to get out of the rut. What is the source of the rut, and what are you doing about it? Meaning, what led to you getting to this point, and how can you prevent it? So I look at it almost as a power source. So if you can find what is the outlet that is pouring that negative energy into you, cut it. Cut the source of the power that is leading you to be in that rut. So I'll give you a few examples so that you can relate for yourself. My biggest rut of my life, one of them was my very first breakup. I was heartbroken, I was devastated, and I was in a rut. I could not get out of bed. I feel so guilty, but I was so cold to my family. I did not want to see anyone. I had no drive in my career. And I realized the source of that rut for me was the heartbreak. So I had to cut the power to it. And I was in that rut for a long time because I did not have this information that I'm sharing with you. And my second heartbreak, I did not go through a rut. Do you know why? I actually healed within 2 weeks, and it is because I got to the source of that rut, which was the heartbreak, and I cut the power from it, meaning I blocked my ex on social media, cut the ties with the mutual friends, stopped fantasizing and holding on to hope and potential, and I made the decision to start moving forward, doing therapy, healing, and growing. Another example, during COVID, I got into another pretty bad rut because I was living my best life in Los Angeles. Suddenly I had to move back home, and I was so unhappy. I felt like I was depressed for the first time, and I realized the source of that rut was COVID. Then I had to realize, what can I do about it? I could not control COVID, so I had to make the most of the situation. I started investing in personal development, started building my first business, decided to get into the best shape of my life. For you, what is your rut, and what are you doing about it? I know that it's so easy to say just to get out of it, but no. I'm here to give you that healthy push because you have to make the decision to get out of it. So find what it is for you that put you in that position. If you can get to the source, you can cut the power and heal. Another thing that I want to mention is that it could be something that you're not even thinking of. For example, your food. If you follow my channels, then you know I always talk about the importance of food and how it affects your mind and your body. What you eat is what you become. If you are eating processed junk foods, your mood, your vibration is going to be low. Could it be your food that you're eating that is keeping you stuck? Another thing is your hormones. If you are a woman, the girls that I coach with, the amazing women, almost all of them have told me at least once, "Alexis, I'm not feeling myself this week. I feel like all the progress that I've made has just gone away. I just don't feel good. I don't know what to do." And I say, okay, this is time for your body to relax and rest. They come back next week and say, "Oh my gosh, I just got my period. That's what it was." So for you, is it your hormones that is putting you in this temporary rut? Think about what your source is. So another big rut in my life was when I struggled with acne. And this is for people who are dealing with something that they cannot really control. So I tried everything to get rid of my acne. I broke out for about 4 years, and I was so self-conscious, so insecure about it. Nothing worked for me. And one day I decided I'm going on Accutane. I decided I have to do everything that I can to get myself out of this position. And Accutane cleared my skin. It has changed my life. So I'm not saying that you need to find a permanent fix for you, but there's always something that you can do to make the situation better. What is it going to be for you? So Another thing to keep in mind is deciding what would your future self thank you for if you started doing today. Make that decision to level up, to say thank you from your future self, and take the step to get out of there. So to wrap up, step number 1, get to the source of the rut and decide to do something about it. Moving on to step number 2. This is one of my favorites that we'll talk about. Make a vision board, but there's a very, very specific type that I'm going to tell you about, specific to getting out of your rut. So the reason why a vision board is so powerful is because you can connect to your future self, the one that is happy, that is motivated, and it can help pull you out of the current state that you're in right now. I recommend using Pinterest to do this. And what you're going to do is create this vision board with a 5-year end goal. So if you're watching this right now, 2027, what do you want to have accomplished and be living like by that time? So my personal vision board, I started it in 2020 when I was going through that rut during COVID, and some of it's a little personal, but I'll show you what it looks like. I keep it on my binder here. It has everything that I wanted to accomplish by 2025. Guess what? It's halfway to that point, more than halfway. And guess what? Half of these things are now in my life. Things that I thought were unrealistic, impossible, that I wouldn't have. I'm living this life that I created on this board. That's why it's so powerful for you. So part of the vision board is that when you become a vibrational match for what it is that you desire, you will receive it. And what I mean by this is that everyone is living at a certain frequency. If you're not familiar with frequencies and vibration, meaning there's a level of happiness and almost that glow that you have. If you have a low frequency, which might be you if you feel like you're in a rut, you are not going to attract your desires. You are going to feel tired, feel unmotivated, and be surrounded by negativity. Versus people at a high vibration, they attract what they want. They're able to be in their feminine energy. Everything in their life is so good, so fulfilling. So when you start creating this vision board, you are naturally going to start raising your frequency. And do you know why? It's because you are creating that high vibration within yourself. Feeling and seeing these pictures of what you want your life to look like, it is going to get you there very quickly. So some things that you can include. Please ignore my dogs in the background. So some very important things that I included. Finances, my dream relationship, my dream car, dream house, dream apartment, your pet, your personal style, your career, your hobby goals, your destinations that you want to travel to, your fitness goals, what you want your fridge to be filled with. Very, very specific. Your dream self, what does she look like? Put it on this vision board. And another part of this too is print out this vision board. So you can see mine is on my binder here. I print it out and I also have it on my phone. When you have that urge to distract yourself, to do something unhealthy, or you're just not feeling good, pull up your vision board and look at it, because it's going to, like I said earlier, raise your vibration. You're going to feel better. Also look at this vision board before you go to bed at night. Fill your mind before you go to sleep with your dream life. That reality is already here. You are just waiting to receive it. If you have that desire in your heart, you're going to notice this activity is so much fun because you're going to feel alive. You're going to feel excited finding these pictures of what you want your life to look like. If you have that desire in your heart, if you feel excited thinking about a healthy romantic relationship, or going to Bora Bora, or driving a G-Wagon, just listing a few things on my board, that means God gave you that desire because it is available for you. And you will receive it once you are ready for it, once you are the energetic match for it. So, make a vision board. That is step number 2. Step number 3, I always tell the girls that tell me that they're in a rut, very, very first step that you should take, develop a solid morning and a night routine. Why is this powerful? Because you are going to physically get yourself out of the rut, mentally and energetically, you will catch up. So what I mean by this is when you are so disciplined that you are setting up your life to get up early, to go to bed early, to do things that feel good for your body, you might not feel like you are out of the rut yet, but you will eventually get there. Your body moves first and then your mind catches up. So the best version of yourself, what time does she wake up in the morning? Does she press snooze, go on Instagram, TikTok when she wakes up, or does she drink some water, go for a walk, get some sun in? the best version of yourself. What time does she go to sleep at night? Your morning routine starts the night before. When you go to bed early, when you eliminate the screen time, when your digestive system is rested and your body is just fueled for the next morning, you will have a better day. So you have to make the choices now that your future self are going to thank you for. So another thing that can help you in this area is giving yourself rewards. I love rewards. I love prizes. I love anything that can help me feel like, yes, Alexis, you accomplished this. So for me, I used to struggle with not going on my phone before bed. I loved scrolling before I go to bed. So what I did is I bought a face mask. And I said, okay, Alexis, if you do not go on your phone before bed, you get to do a face mask tomorrow night. So not only was I moving towards that level of self-love, taking care of my skin, taking care of my body, but I was also disciplining myself and feeling so good and so proud for not going on my phone and killing my dopamine right before bed. So, what was I going to say? Oh, another part of this too, I already know that there's going to be some controversy about this, but get dressed and get ready every single day. A very common misconception for feminine energy is that you have to wear makeup, that you have to wear dresses. No, that is the very, very surface level of your feminine energy, is looking the part. What does it look like for you to get dressed and to be your best every day? Even if you work from home, even if you are not leaving the house, or if you're going to leave for the grocery store that day, get ready. Get dressed to the best that you can. I understand that there's times where you want to be comfy or you're not feeling good. When I'm on my period, I wear a cute tank top and satin pajama sets from my loungewear brand. It's celestewear.com if you want to check it out. I wear that and I feel at a different level. Here's why. When you look good, you feel good, you do good. Your relationships are taken to another level that day. Your work ethic is a different level. Because you look good and you're feeling good, you operate better. So I know it's so tempting to just wear pajamas or just not do your hair or wash your face. Do it. This will help you get out of the rut. So develop a solid morning and a night routine and stick to it. Last but not least, the very last step, and this one, it's also my favorite. Develop a new skill and master it. And you're going to see how this connects to your feminine energy and just increases the quality of your life so much more here in a second. So you are at the best time to succeed. If you are in a rut right now, you can only go up. This is a motivation. You might not realize it, but it is so good that you are here. You have the opportunity that other people don't have right now. So for you, find something new to invest in. The reason that I say new is because you are going to be challenged. You're also going to be excited. Depression and feeling stuck and feeling unmotivated, you cannot feel that way and feel challenged and excited at the same time. Your body only knows how to be in one or the other. So see how this is going to get you out of the rut. When you're challenged and excited, you cannot have any more room to feel stuck. So here's a few examples of things to do. Master a new language. Invest in something new, a subject that no one else really knows about. So maybe it's feminine energy for you. Maybe you want to become so knowledgeable about this. Maybe you watch my videos, do coaching with me, do something where you are investing in a new subject. For me personally, during COVID, I wanted to study psychology and human behavior. So I took some courses on it while I was in school, and I read so many books. I became an expert in human behavior. That is why I make TikToks now talking about how to read body language and micro expressions, because I'm an expert when it comes to human behavior, and I'm so confident in that area because I took the time to invest in a new subject. Some more examples is maybe it is a financial investment. Maybe you start building your retirement account. Maybe it's a hobby or a career. Maybe it's a business that you're going to start. So I also learned salsa dancing. When I was telling you guys I was heartbroken over my first breakup, I wanted to become a better dancer, and I did. And now dancing is such a big part of my life. It's raised my feminine energy. I'm connected to my sensuality, to my body more than ever. So something that is so amazing about this is because you're doing two things. One, you are taking your mind off of the rut and you are getting unstuck. Number two, you are upgrading yourself to a new level. Imagine that you're on a date with someone and you get to tell them that you know a language that no one else knows about. or that you can do aerial yoga. How cool and well-rounded you now are. You are just building up yourself to be your dream woman. So pick something new to master and invest in it. This is the best time for you to do that. It does not have to be expensive. You can learn for free on YouTube. You can read books. So you're going to look back one day and you are going to realize you made it out of the rut. Every single rut that I've been in, I thought, wow, I remember that time period in my life. I cannot believe that I got out. I don't even remember when this happened. I'm telling you, you're going to have this moment. It starts with making the decision to do that. My all-time favorite quote in this world: you are not a tree. If you don't like where you are, move. These 4 tips, I'll give you a quick recap, are your decision to move. So number 1 was find the source that led to the rut and consciously do something about it. Number 2 was make that vision board with the specific guidelines that I gave you. Number 3, develop a solid morning and a nighttime routine. And number 4, pick something new to master. You are upgrading yourself and getting yourself out of the rut. Again, if you are here, give your body grace. You do not have to do this immediately. It will happen with time and your decision to heal. So I have loved sharing these with you guys. I'm your big sis to help get you out of this. You are not alone. Now I'm going to take some of your questions and see what you're saying. You're giving Stacey Dash vibes. I get Stacey Dash, Meghan Markle a lot, so thank you. I needed to hear this today, Kaya. Yeah, girl, I got you. Thank you so much, Nabi. Yes, you're welcome. Guys, thank you so much too. I don't think I tell you enough. Thank you so much for the gifts that you send me through the live streams. Whenever the live stream is done, I see that you guys have sent me some of these gifts, and I want to tell you thank you. Sometimes I don't see it while I'm talking, but I really do appreciate it, and I do see it, so thank you so much. Tips when you're starting to talk during long distance. So, Destiny, are you and this guy that you're talking to long distance right now, and you're just now talking? Some tips for you: I would say try to reduce texting as much and invest in FaceTime and phone calls, and make sure that your time is filled with you guys connecting and asking each other unique things. So skip the surface question, what do you do, like what's your family like, and ask unique questions. You can type up deep questions to ask partner. There's so many good ideas that will start amazing conversations for you guys. Use that time to really bond and have that quality time. Don't worry about how often you're talking. Just make sure that you're connecting soul to soul. Same, I made a vision board and a lot of things manifested into my life. Yeah, Juliana, I love that for you, girl. It's so crazy how it works. Let's see. I finally found you. South African times and American times are so different. Yeah, Amamaka. I hope I'm saying your name right, girl. I'm so happy to have you here. What time is it for you right now? See. I love your videos. Thank you, Addie. I am happy to be here with you guys. Okay, how do you cut the power if you're such an overthinker? I love this question, girl. So, okay, let's use my breakup that I was talking about for an example. My very first heartbreak. So, I am such an overthinker too. That is why, I can relate to you with this. And I constantly had my ex on my mind for about 6 months after we broke up. For my second breakup, it was not like that, because here's what I did. Every time a thought of him would come up, I would literally cut the power source by replacing that thought with something new. Someone gave me this piece of advice and it changed my life. I should have included this earlier. So when you feel that thought is coming up, first of all, know that that is your body's way of trying to protect you. It's very natural, but you are in charge of your mind. So you tell yourself, you know what, I can feel that thought coming up. I'm going to switch and think of something else. So what is it for you that you can think of? For me, it would be something about my business, or I would go and maybe talk with a friend, or I would try to add to my vision board. I would go on Pinterest. That's One of the best tips I can give you guys too, if you feel that you're struggling, go on Pinterest, because you're going to start to switch the energy back to your life and fuel what you want your dream life to look like. OMG, you're here. Yes. That is an amazing smile. Thank you so much. Oh, I just scrolled. How do I get over someone I haven't dated? Oh my gosh, I went through this too. That situationship. Sad to say it, but yes, I have been through this. So you know what I did to get over someone that I did not even date was I looked around and I saw the healthy relationships and the other possibilities and started dating new people. Started looking around and seeing, why is my mind and perspective so limited? Why am I stuck on one person when there are more than 7 billion people in this world? I really looked at the numbers. That's what helped me, because I thought, okay, you know what? My mind is so limited right now. Let me look around and see what else is possible. So that might be something that you can do. Give yourself grace, because it takes time to heal. It takes that decision to heal, and start pouring energy back into yourself. Level yourself up, because when you do this, when you create the best version of yourself, you are no longer attracted to certain types of people. I guarantee it. This guy that I had a situationship with, I would never, ever, ever even think of him again in a romantic way, because he's so unattractive to me. It's because I did that work to level myself up, connect back with my feminine energy, raise my feminine energy, and your perspective will change. So that's what you can do, girl. Do your best to keep up your skin, body, and health, because eventually it's not gonna last. Yes, girl, thanks for dropping some advice in here. Crystal! Oh my gosh, that's my best friend, guys. Hi, Crystal! I can't wait to see you tomorrow, girl. I love you. I needed to hear this. Yes! Alexis, I love you. I love you. Any books about this topic for recommendations? You know what? Oh, I literally have like this book list of 100 books that I wish that I could just give you guys. For now, what I have is that playlist on my TikTok called Book Recommendations. Go and search there. Start with the 5 books that I talk about for healing. And those are what I would recommend. How did you become confident? Ooh, good question. I stopped caring what other people thought because I realized it was such a waste of time. I developed myself and made sure that every decision that I made was for the best version of myself, that my future self would thank me for. And I realized I can create the life of my dreams. And I started doing it. So what this looks like is, like I said, creating the vision boards, looking and seeing so many possibilities, and knowing that I can create myself to be the absolute best. So I take very good care of my health. I take very good care of investing in my relationships. And I live by that quote, how you do anything says how you do everything. So the fact that I give 110% to everything that I do helps me to remain very, very confident. Because I know that even if something fails, I did my best, there's something to learn from it. Oh, another note too is on confidence, your environment does impact your confidence. So people that do not make me feel good about myself are not in my life. My family, my friends, every single person in my life is someone who helps build me up, who genuinely loves and cares for me. I do not feel that I have to deal with any toxic people anymore or anyone that brings me down. So for you, if there's someone in your environment, you might not know it, but they are affecting your confidence. Oh, the vision board seems overwhelming. How did you come up with all the small details? Yeah, Lulu. Okay, so, here's an example of my vision board. I'll show you guys. So here's some of the things on it. So I created this in maybe a month span. I did not do this in one day. And what I did was I stuck with different categories. So I started off with romance in a relationship. That is one of the most important parts of my life. And for a few days, maybe for a week, I just looked at pictures and I wrote down, what do I want my romantic relationship to look and feel like? And then I thought, okay, let's talk about the luxuries in my life. My dream apartment, my dream car, my style date today. what do I want this to look like? So rather than doing everything at once, I broke down my vision board into small parts and started very small. I didn't put pressure on it either. Whatever came to mind and felt good for me to look into is what I did. How specific do we have to be with our vision boards? Are Pinterest pictures for aesthetics okay? Yeah, Nebby, definitely. I'm going to tell you something, girl, so that you can answer that question for yourself. So, okay, I'm not going to show it again, but there's this picture that I have on my vision board, and it is of a man and a woman together. And I do have a pretty specific type, but I'm very, very open. My type is more about the soul and someone's energy and personality more than the looks. But on my vision board, I put a picture of this guy and this girl with curly hair that kind of look like me. And it's this picture of them really intimate, really close together. A week later, I went to a coffee shop in my area and I met this guy. He looked exactly like this guy on my vision board. It is crazy. This is a moment where everything changed. I thought, I can literally create my own reality. He matched this guy on the vision board perfectly. This beautiful French man, and we did meet once, but we never had a relationship. He doesn't even live in the country, but it wasn't about that. It was seeing my dreams come to life. It's like God was saying, Alexis, thank you for making it clear what you want. It's clear for yourself. Now you can go out and get it. So when it comes to how specific you want, be careful, because what you put, it will come to you. It will come to you, I'm telling you. There's a picture of this girl sleeping in her bed, and there's money flying above her head as she's sleeping. I put that there because my goal is to make money in my sleep. Guess what I wake up to? Transaction, customer purchased, something from my clothing brand. I'm living that reality. So for you, be so specific to what it is that you want. So you can answer that question for yourself, girl. How specific does it need to get? But I'm telling you, it gets scary. I literally met this guy in person. So you decide for yourself. Yeah, in 2018 I made a vision board and accomplished 80% of it in 2019. Carly, I love that for you, girl. I absolutely believe it. Jazz, oh yes! Okay, this is one of the girls that I work with one-on-one. I bought the attachment style book and it has changed the way I view every relationship around me. Yes, girl, I love this for you. I'm so, so proud of you. Yes. The book that she's talking about is called Attached. So we talked about it in our session. If you guys are feeling like you're in a rut, you want some extra help, or you just want to learn more about your feminine energy, you can work with me one-on-one. feminineguru.com is my website. What's your zodiac sign? Scorpio. My birthday is November 21st, coming up pretty soon. No. Do I like middle-aged married men? No. I do not like married men. And I think it's so disrespectful for a married man to even ask that question. I think that you should talk with your wife rather than talk with me. What are the best tips to start being in your feminine energy? So the best tips for you, girl. So I have a video called 3 tips for your feminine energy on my YouTube channel. I would go and watch that. But what you can do right now is take care of your body more than ever. Do things that feel so good for your body, that make that inner child side of you come alive. That is your feminine energy. So whether it's dancing, whether it is doing your hair or your makeup, spending time with your girlfriends, go and do something that fuels you. How long did it take you to feel a shift in your life? So are you talking about feminine energy specifically, or getting out of a rut? So feminine energy, I've been studying this for years and years, before it was even a thing on TikTok, before TikTok even existed. And it took me a long time to connect with mine because I was so wired to be in my masculine energy, to hustle and to always do and to be on the go and be in my head. So that took a couple years for me to really feel like I mastered. What's your favorite song that makes you feel like a woman? Okay, it's called I Am Woman. Oh, I love, love, love this song. It got so popular from TikTok. I play it in the mornings. I feel so alive, guys. It literally talks about feeling feminine in the song, and it's just so empowering. It makes me feel so confident, so good about my body. That song, oh, I love it, love it. Great advice. Thanks. You're welcome, Addie. Okay guys, I am going to head off. I hope that you loved the video, love these tips. If you are in a rut right now, please know you can get out of it. I've been there before. These tips are here to help you. I will be back here on Tuesday to live stream, and I hope that you guys have a great weekend. Bye!